We in this thing? Are we good, Max? I think we are. Uh-oh. Yeah, you straight? Okay. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your girl, Miss P. I hope that you are doing fabulous, darling. I am doing well. Baby, did you miss me? Yes, I am back. Honey, the Bahamas was everything. It was great. You see me, I'm all almondy and stuff. Like, oh, I feel luxurious and everything. And make sure to follow me on my social media at Miss TP90. Guess what? I have a special guest. Max, don't show him all your stuff. Don't show him your good stuff. Max is, he's been on me like white on rice, honey. Do you see somebody? What's going on? He's been on me like white on rice since I've been back from my trip because I was gone for like 5 days. So he was sitting there like, Ben, where you been? So he's just been on my hip like a little baby, you know what I'm saying? So he came in here when I was setting up. So we'll see how long he stays here. It is reunion part number 3 for the Real Housewives of Atlanta, baby. I told y'all I would post this on Thursday. I kept my promise. But here's the kicker about this reunion, honey. It was messy as hell. Like I thought, oh, poor little Max's ears. I don't want you to hear your mama cussing like this. But it was messy as hell, okay? So we just go on get into it. Down below in the comment section, I don't have a question of the video. We just gonna talk about this reunion part 3, just like this here. So we start off on the couch, right? All the dudes like sitting up, all they females, and Andy was like, so I want to welcome all the husbands. We have the ex-husband, Uncle Ben. Hey, Uncle Ben. We have Marvin, aka Todd. Hey, Marvin. And we got Asshole, aka Sweating Ass Bob. Hey, Bob. Sweating Ass Bob was so damn greasy. Like, I don't know if he got a color treatment or what happened, but his hair was greasy. It was like Soul Glow on steroids. His beard, look, I don't know if it was the lighting, but it just kept picking up every little crystal of grease. Like, I just could not do it. I was sitting there looking at Bob like, you know how Chrissy Teigen, have y'all seen that meme where she's like, that's how I felt. I was sitting there looking at Sweating Ass Bob like, Bob. Andy, he just jumped right into it. He was like, so Sweating Ass Bob, how do you feel about seeing yourself on camera basically saying that you were going to throw Sheree out of a window? Like, who the fuck does that? What did you think about that, Bob? I couldn't even listen to his response because of the Soul Glow. But he was basically looking at Sheree like, yo, you know I cherish you and you know how you had the kids and stuff. Like, shit, I don't even know what to say. But, I mean, I didn't want to really throw you out of the window. Like, we were all sitting there looking at Bob like, what? Andy was like, well, do you believe him? She was sitting here like, yeah, Sweating Ass Bob. I don't know what Sweating Ass Bob. Bob be talking. And sometimes I don't know if it's sincere or not. I just can't with Bob half the time. I don't know. Remember last episode when Andy asked Sheree about the kids and how she talked to them about it. And she was like, no. He asked, have you talked to Cairo about it as his father? And Sweating Ass Bob said, I'm scared to talk to him. You scared to talk to him, but you wasn't scared to put your hands on Sheree. I'm a little... That's the shit I've been talking about. Like, I'm just... Sweating Ass Bob, I can't. Andy started asking everybody, like, what did you think about Sweating Ass Bob? And Peter was like, you know what? I felt like I wanted to punch him in the face 50,000 times. You feel me? I was like, oh shit. Peter is turned up for Christ. But I agree with Peter. Hell yeah, I wanted to punch your ass in the face. Andy was like, I was shocked, but I'm glad that you could see yourself on the camera so that you could get it together. Because that was like a little secret. If you don't tell, I won't tell. That's how we gonna keep it. Is anybody see? Yeah. Okay. Andy was like, so are you closing the door on the relationship? Sheree was even looking like she didn't know what to say then. I'm sorry. From the outside looking in, I'm like, get the hell out of there. But Sheree, I get it. Psychologically, I get it. I understand where she was coming from. But even when she hesitated, I was like, close the door, close that damn door. She ended up saying, yes, the door is closed. Bob was looking like, damn. You know what? Prayer circle for Bob. All jokes aside, like, this is serious. Like, this was real life. Sheree, please don't open Pandora's box again. Don't do that. Just be civil for the kids. Be okay for them. Please talk to them about this because this is some real life chat, okay? It's time for the Cynthia and Peter saga. And Andy was like, so, you know, do y'all talk? What's going on? Cynthia was like, yeah, we text and we call and we bake cookies. Peter was like, hell no. I talked to Noelle more than I talked to Cynthia, okay? I know. And I was like, Peter. Yeah, Peter's in rare form. He's ready to talk. And he was like, so did you and Cynthia do the da-dun-da-da in Hawaii, in Maui? Peter was like, if I can't have all of her, I don't want none of her. I was like, oh, I kind of felt that, Peter. Like, I was kind of like, oh, everybody was like, ooh. And he was like, you know what? I have a question. Shit, everybody got this question. Why didn't it work out? Child, Cynthia had to go all over the universe, and she finally said, look, Peter has stressed me out, okay? I was used to certain things, and child, he wasn't delivering on it, and I just couldn't be under that type of stress. And when I'm stressed, I can't, child. Everything that we talked about, it just fell through, and child, I can't live like that. Peter was like, look, Cynthia was used to a certain type of lifestyle, child. I couldn't do all that, okay? I do well in stressful situations, and she just couldn't. So I totally get it. I get it from both of their sides. I understand. And he was like, so are y'all dating other people? And Peter was like, child, I wasn't with my wife sexually for a year. I'm getting it all the way in. Spreading the special Uncle Ben sauce everywhere, okay? You know them packets of rice? Spread them everywhere, honey. On and motherfucking pop it. I was like, okay, Peter, we got it. And he was like, oh, okay then. And he was like, but I always want the best for you. I always want you to spread your wings and fly, honey. Because I believe you can fly. I was like, Peter, please get off the soapbox. Be quiet. Please. We talk about Todd and Candy Cane. And they get on the subject of Block. And is he still in baby girl's life? What's her name? Lil Riley. And she was like, surprisingly, yeah. I mean, they hung out last week. And here go Todd talking about it. At first, I thought it was some bullshit. And I'm sitting here like, you just being with your little girl. Okay? Can we please... Give the man a chance. Even though Block is not my favorite person, give his ass a chance, okay? And that's up to Riley, okay? And it was up to your daughter to talk to your little ass. Consistency. We're going to keep prayers up for Block and Riley. Look at God trying to make his way through all of that. We talk about the elephant in the room. Todd wasn't there for Portia. And it was like, so where is he? Peter was like, yeah, where is he at? Like, I want to know, what is he doing? We all looking at Peter like, why do you care? You're trying to leave? You sick of me hollering and stuff? Sorry about that, y'all. I had to usher Max out. I forgot he does his little paw patrol around this time. So he has to go to secure the perimeter. I knew they would be on pause. I just knew that. I felt it in my spirit. I mean, you go through this whole baby nut, the craziness that's going on. I felt it in my spirit for them. Do I like them together? Yeah. But guess what? My divorce! Ty got a job, Tommy. Yes, he does. Back in D.C. Meanwhile, Portia is talking about Todd, honey. And here goes Peter. He talking to everybody like, you know what? I'm getting ready to go. Like, I got to get out of here. And Cynthia was like, where the hell are you going? He said, out of here. I'm getting ready to walk off the set. He had his drink and walked off the set, honey. I said, oh! He went to the bathroom to get his stuff. Literally the bathroom to get his stuff. He doing his own little confessional talking about, Cynthia, we could have been good together. I mean, child, he been drinking. Like, I said, Peter, what the hell? Go home, Peter. It's my car outside. Peter, get the hell out of here. Boo! Go home, Roger. Bye. They start talking about the bone collector of them all, Sheree, and how she was just spreading all the sauce everywhere. And Sheree gladly sat in it. She was like, yes, I did. Thank you. Thanks. They should have gave her a bone and put her name on it. Like Sheree, like, what is it, etched? Yeah, etched it into a bone and gave it to her Flintstone style. Oh, Shamia's on the stage because she was a part of all the Shat too. Ooh, so Portia and Shamia haven't talked since that episode where the Shat hit the fan and Portia was in the confessional talking all that yak air. They talk about, of course, Sheree is the bone collector. She fully sits in it. They were like, so, Sheree, who has, like, the behind your back shade? And she was like, Portia, Phaedra. Everybody was like, duh. Phaedra, she got a little attitude with that. She was like, well, I don't want to spread everybody's stuff all over the place. And I was sitting here like, man, it's on TV. It's going to be out anyway. Like, you look the most messy this season. Like, you and freaking Frank, messy. They talk about Portia and the whole Block ordeal. Portia, at the end of the day, you had sex with Block. Like, you keep piggybacking back and forth. That's why I say Portia is the second in the running of the most messy this season. The real issue with Shamia and Portia is how Portia was defending Phaedra this whole season, and we see it on playback. That's what playback is for. So Kenya butts in saying, yes, you did defend her. Why wouldn't you defend your friend? They have a shut the fuck up contest. They go back and forth telling each other to shut up. At the end of the day, Portia, yes, you did defend Phaedra. You did not defend your friend Shamia. And Kenya, yes, shut the hell up. Even Andy was like, be quiet. She was like, I'm never going to have somebody tell me to shut the fuck up. I would leave. And everybody sitting here like, bye, bitch. Bye. While we're talking about freaking frack, they move on to freaking frack. Ha! You know Shamia is real salty, okay? That they are so close. She even called Phaedra auntie. That I hollered. That made me laugh. She was like, yeah, I think it's great, that Portia keeps auntie real young. I think that's awesome. Everybody was dying. I was rolling at that. That was funny. Shamia girl, that was good. Talk about all of this, okay? You remember Phaedra was doing all of that, okay? She did it on the stage a lot during this reunion episode. Andy was like, well, why you do that? And she couldn't answer the question. So I'm sitting there like, you done stumped the attorney, child. Portia finally said, child, I was just caught up in all the tea that was being spilled. I am sorry, Shamia. But everybody was looking like, no, Ben. Sorry, ain't gonna cut it. Then it was a Phaedra versus Shamia battle. I mean, mud was thrown everywhere. And of course, Portia got emotional. And I can see why she got emotional, because those are two of your really good friends. And now you out with Shamia, who you've been friends with forever, my lady. And then you got this one who be lying. We're gonna talk about that on the next episode. But it was just petty back and forth. They ended up speaking on the infamous sex dungeon. I was like, yes, it's getting good. They even brought Todd back out. Andy wanted the tea. He was like, so how many girls you been with, Candy? She was like, a couple, not more than 10, but I've had my fun. So you said that she was a lesbian. And Phaedra was like, no, I never said that she was a lesbian. I mean, if you with girls, like, you technically are a lesbian. Am I correct? But I feel as though she's not but the lesbian, it comes from the Latin word. It was like, ma'am, shut the fuck, what are you talking about? The question was asked, well, why do you think that her and Shamia were doing it and doing it and doing it well? Everybody was like, yeah, why? Because you said it. Phaedra went back to high school and said, because they said, everybody was like, damn, Gina, never mind. You have no validity. Be quiet. Get her out of here. Andy brought up shade and homophobia. And they directed that to Portia, because Portia had some statements 10 years ago about how they is a sin and they need to be born again and all of this stuff. And Andy was like, so what you think now? She was like, well, no, I mean, I have a change of heart. And, she just, backpedaling. Talking about it was taken out of context. Girl, I do agree with Candy on this. It's kind of like, yeah, I mean, how in the world are you going to talk about stuff that you've done before? They talk about the infamous night. Portia talking about, I had beer goggles. I was like, nah, it was a kiss, but I mean, there was a proposition from Portia. Portia was like, a proposition. I don't even think she knew. I ain't gonna shade her like that. Candy was like, and then that's when she was like, she wanted to eat me till I came. Portia was like, oh my God, no. Candy was like, well, sis, you trying to deny it. I should have let you eat it and kiss my ass at the end. I rolled, because I'm sitting here like, you know what, you right. You should have let her go ahead and eat you till you came. And then kiss your ass, and then, because she had on those beer goggles and she doesn't remember it. But ding, ding, ding. Portia, like I said, always putting herself back in the sandbox. She was like, I remember kissing her, but eating her box? Oh my God, never. I would never do that. I said, so you admit it. Then Candy and Todd really want to drug Portia. They look at Portia and said, why was that said? What's going on? And Portia, she took a breath. Everybody was like, well, I'm a journalist. Everybody was like, damn, Gina, what? I can't. Even Andy was like, man. And Portia was looking at Andy like, you really come for me and your ass do the same thing that I do every morning. He was looking like, I stand corrected. Go on. Portia ends up saying she was served a cease and desist from Candy Cane about the whole incident, so she can't talk about it. And she wants to defer all of her questions to Phaedra, because Phaedra was the one who said it anyway. Everybody was like, oh. So Phaedra was the mole. Child, the one who is the most quiet is the one who did it. I said, oh my damn. Like, you know what? I never thought that Phaedra was the one who had said it. But when the camera zoomed in on her, she looked like, yes, I said it. I said, yeah, I feel like she did say it. And child, you said a lot this season, so I wouldn't put it past your ass. But next episode, it's going to be trouble. Down below in the comment section, I would love to know, what did you all think about this reunion part 3? Thank y'all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you on the next review. Peace, love, and all that good stuff. God bless.